Good morning, everyone. I uh I kinda lost all of my mic audio for the first three episodes of this, so welcome to Coffee and Construction. This is Factorio, which yeah, this should be good. Um this is a game about building rockets and sending satellites into space, and you start off with nothing. You start off with just a furnace, a drill, and oof, the video does not like the compression does not like that. Um, yeah, you start off with a furnace, a drill, and everything, and this is actually a pretty good setup for this game. Like this start right here. This I'm playing it on no enemies really. Like they exist. Oof, man, that I need to keep that in mind because the compression does not like that draw in on it. But right here is actually a really good setup for us. We start off with everything we need right here. Eventually, we'll need to get oil, which is down south. I discovered that later. But yeah, for now, we're going to set down this drill and start going. We just have some iron plates. We need... Come on. Yeah, there we go. I think right here I was talking about the fact that I need wood for fuel so I can get coal for fuel, and then, yeah. But I played this for about an hour and a half total, and we kick it up to, you know, electricity and automation within that time, and we'll start getting into the really heavy stuff later on with, everything like, production of different machines and automated production of robots, and it's gonna get heavy later. But this is the I spent a lot of the time in this game. I am not like some super magician at this game. I'm not at all. I'm actually pretty terrible at it, but you know, I enjoy it. So we're gonna finish getting this wood. I'm going to be editing out a lot of stuff here. Um, just to make this flow a little bit better. Try to get this down to about the same length as Coffee and Cultivation, which Coffee and Cultivation will be back next month. I'm only taking a one season break for this, and we'll probably start alternating after 2 more months of Coffee and Cultivation, so we'll be done with the first year, and then I'll start, excuse me, alternating things. I'm drinking water, and water is making my, like, chest be weird. Um, but yeah, we'll be going back and forth between them, and I have some other stuff. Gonna record some booze and bedtime and booze. What was the name of that one? For this month as well. Gonna get that going. That might start a day or two late, just because I have not, between recording the stuff that I'm going to be streaming, editing, and this, and yeah, I just haven't had time to sit down and record bedtime and booze. I also realized now that there's an episode of Mafia that never got uploaded, and I don't think I ever edited it. So I need to do that. So I'm going to be doing that and uploading it, and it's just going to be an extra episode of Mafia. Um, but yeah, there's a bunch of this going. We're gonna get coal. Coal will be our friend here, and then after we get some coal, we will be able to start getting stone and copper and iron, and those will eventually form our full set of like basic materials to build everything. So I'm gonna take this. I think I'm gonna bring it up to the. Am I gonna bring this to copper, or am I gonna bring it to iron? I think I'm gonna bring it to the copper. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna bring this up to the copper. Mine. Or no. Yeah, I decided that copper doesn't matter as much anymore. That's what it was. I decided copper doesn't matter, and what I need is iron first, which is true. You need iron a lot more than you need copper. So I'm gonna do that, and I think at some point I'm just gonna like let this run. So I'll be back when this is all done. Okay, so we have enough iron to start actually working on things. We're gonna come back for more iron in a little bit, but you know, need to get some copper and need to get some more coal and stone if we're gonna do anything Uh, but yeah, this game is. It starts off very basic. You have this one drill, this one furnace, and and then 8 copper plates, and that's really all you get. And so, oof, man, the compression does not like that at all. I need to mess with some settings on that. Uh, Doing this in post is weird because I'm just watching this in Premiere and marking out points that need to be edited as I go. So this is very weird to watch. Yeah, I'm gonna start. Oh man, stop zooming in and out, Cabby. That looks so bad. That's just video compression. There's nothing I can do about that. Um, I think if I stay still and zoom in and out, I'll have to remember to do that. Doesn't happen all the time, but the compression really messes with it sometimes. Yeah, we're gonna get more wood so that we can get more fuel for our drill, so we're not using coal yet. So, be back when this is done. Okay, so we're setting up a furnace for our good friend, the furnace. We have enough copper to really kind of not worry about that anymore. Pick up enough copper and everything. Okay, so gonna put the... Oh, yeah. I wanted the coal specifically because it burns longer and will take care of the ore and stuff faster. This... Oh, do I do the thing here? No, I'm just gonna take down this tree. There's a point where you can see me start trying to chip away at stone by hand, and it's the worst thing I ever did, so we're not gonna watch that. I'm just gonna skip over whatever this is. I can see the spikes in the audio from it, so when that pops up, I'm just gonna edit that out. But yeah, this is going to be the morning show for now. These first 3 episodes are going to be me doing it in post because Voice Meter and I are great friends, but Voice Meter and the Yeti, the Blue Yeti, are not good friends at all. They don't like each other. So, it just randomly stops reading my Yeti every once in a great while, and I don't always notice on the EQ that it's done that, so I don't always get it. So we have enough copper plates now. I wanted to build I wanted to start building steam stuff here, and I think I eventually do get around. Yeah, we needed stone, and I'm just running around kind of indifferently. But I know we wanted steam stuff, and I didn't. I think I build it soon. Yeah, I think I build one of the boilers. I think I build one drill, or was it all... I built all the drills I wanted, yeah. I'm trying to remember what I did. I do know that, like, I do this, and then I'm like, oh, I should build a boiler next. And I build a boiler and just sits in my inventory for, like, 2 episodes. So, pretty soon I can see we're going to start chopping up wood again or something. We got copper for something, I don't remember. Oh, no, this is me attempting to mine out. Oh yeah, no, it's gathering wood. There is a point where I try to get something, but yeah, we're gonna gather some wood, so I'll be back. Okay, all done collecting more wood. Gonna go run over here and feed this into oh no, wait, what was I doing here? It's taking all this back. Oh yeah, okay, I see. Gonna have to set up over here because we need more coal. So I was getting wood for coal, and then I'm going to put this down and start going in on the coal pretty hard. Yeah, this is a whole thing. And hey, I'm paying my my lease payment right now as I go as I record this. So thank you, phones. Yeah, and then I start doing this, and I'm gonna set this up with half of the coal that we... Oh no, it was all the wood, and then the coal is going to go for something else. I might keep the coal, actually. I'm not 100% certain. Oh yeah, this game is really good, honestly. I think I was explaining one of the mechanics behind, like, what you're supposed to do, which is you're supposed to be building up yourself to a rocket. So, yeah, they they really do some really fun stuff with this, and we'll get into nuclear power and oh boy, we'll get into nuclear power at some point. That's a whole other thing that we will be dealing with at some point. It's oh man, uh, yeah, they do some interesting stuff with some of the stuff you can do later. Like you get they just added nuclear power, which I haven't really messed with, but they also added in oh, what's it called? Train. Well, they're not added. It's just something I've never really messed with, which are trains, and I'm gonna try to do the trains more. I'm gonna try to get them more on my the way I'm gonna go, because I'm gonna try to make this more spread out than I have before. It was very closed in and very much my zone where I would only spread out if I absolutely had to, but I kind of tried to stay in a specific area, which I'm actually gonna I'll for episode 4 I'll start off showing off what my place looks like. Um but yeah, we'll do that at some point. Um Set up payment reminders. Um we end up getting into some really fun stuff late in the game where, well, if you're in a mode that has enemies that will evolve and spread and stuff, it's a lot worse. That's the issue that I have. Um, the issue I have with mine, I have kind of screwed up. Uh, where it's become more of an issue on my main file, the one that I've like beaten the game, quote unquote, beaten the game on, where you end up getting enemies spreading too quickly, and there's just these alien races that, oh, actually, see the smoke coming off of the furnaces here. This ties into what I was saying, I promise. That smoke is pollution. Pollution is a thing in this game that you actually have to deal with. Pollution is the thing that will make enemies attack you. So and to produce faster and stuff, you have to build things that pollute. But if you have enemies and they are spreading and evolving and stuff, pollution will cause them to attack you because they're like, ah, bad smell, kill it. So eventually you just get to this point to where you're covering the map in this pollution smell and they don't like it. So you end up just getting attacked constantly and these enemies will spread super close to you and it's never fun. My base is just surrounded in turrets and they're constantly getting destroyed and I need to actually start production on turrets, laser turrets specifically, and just have them placed around and have them auto build. Yeah, this was when I was looking at the new furnace because the old furnaces were much smaller. Yeah, this is when I built the fucking furnace that just stays in my goddamn stuff for a while. I wanted to set up what you call it? Wanted to set up these things. Damn, my brain is just not working right now. Sorry. I wanted to set up the conveyor belts. Damn it, that the word I was trying to find was conveyor belts. So I can start up automation on things, but I shouldn't have been thinking about that right now. There's other things that really need that attention before this. So I think I abandoned that for a moment to start electrical power. because I didn't want to waste any more time or resources building out stuff for the like fuel fed ones instead of the electric, because the electric stuff is just way more efficient. Like the electric inserters, which are the grabber arms that do stuff for you automatically, they're just way more efficient than this. Yeah, see, I shouldn't be. This is where I was figuring out where my main bus was gonna be, and so one side will be iron, one side will be copper, and from there we will produce all of the different things that are needed in this lovely world that we have here. I don't know why I set that like that. This is all gonna have to get moved over one. Um, I think I realized that very soon, where I'm like, oh yeah, shoot. I just put in 10 coal to probably get like 25 coal. Yeah, this needs to get. Oh yeah, and you move faster. I was like, ah, yeah, you move slower and faster if you run against or with the conveyor belts. And there are faster conveyor belts and stuff like that. So you end up getting conveyor belt upgrades that are like super fast. And I actually have them kind of built out on my main file to be more like me zipping around, like just stand on them and it'll take me to different areas. I never did. I really need to figure out the trains though, because the trains are cool and I need to like learn what they do. Here I'm just messing with things like adding fuel and everything to different stuff. The usual kind of dumb bullshit that you have to do here. I will eventually figure out that I screwed this all up eventually, and I'm also wasting so much iron in the early game with this need to set up this bus here. I don't even have the materials for iron production, for like iron smelting and stuff. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this. And here I'm gonna realize, oh, yep. And there's the realization right there. That was that pause of me going, ah, fuck. And realizing that I set this up just wrong and need to now delete all of this and set it all back up again. Alright, so we now have a completed thing. You'll actually see the conveyor belts in action here as we come up slowly on the end of this episode. I'm really sorry. The commentary in these first few are going to be not great because of this. I wasn't expecting to have to do this manually. Yep. Gabby, set that down right there. Come on, yeah, there you go. Good job. So now you see, these are just going to bring this to the end. It'll stop at the end and just sit there and collect. And they will both do that, eventually becoming the full thing that I want them to be. I'm going to have to spread way out at some point, and I think I'm explaining that eventually this is all going to be like an automated thing, but right now it's going to stretch down here, and I'm going to have this all spread out, and eventually this will be all furnaces, and that'll come out and loop back in, and it's a whole thing that I'm talking about right now. You'll see it as it goes. Like, it's super self-explanatory when you get to that point. It's just getting to that point. Also, the music in this game is pretty fucking good. I don't know if you can hear it because the audio is a bit messed up on it. I need to go and mess with some settings before I record again, and also find... if you can tell me, because I cannot remember the name of it, there's a like audio equalizer that I used to use, and I don't have the fucking installer for it anymore. And I've looked all over, like every single thing that I have, I've looked all over for where this thing is. I cannot find it. It is a installer. It is a program that you just run something through. Is it vocoder? No, that's not it. It's not vocoder. I don't remember what it's called. But it's a thing, and you run audio through it, and it normalizes all of the levels. Levelator! Okay, I said levels, and that immediately... Okay, I need to go re-download Levelator and run the audio for this through it, because the like, chopping noises are 100 times louder than the regular noises, and that's not an exaggeration. Like, they are incredibly loud compared to the rest of it. And so I need to run level this all of this through Levelator before I actually edit this, which is going to be a whole other thing. Yep, nope, that's you forgetting how the fucking turns work in this. Good job, Gabby. Fucking idiot. You didn't do that turn right anyway. There we go. Yeah, you don't have that many. I don't know why you're doing this. So now they're getting stacked up, and it's actually just wasting resources now. Like, it's wasting efficiency, which I'm not super worried about doing in this, honestly. That's not really my biggest concern with this LP. Is it's not efficiency that I'm super worried about. It's I'm more worried about, like, building something cool and interesting to look at. So that's what I'll be doing with this. Enough coal for everything in there. Eventually we'll have a whole lot of coal because there's luckily coal right up next to the water, which is perfectly where I needed it, instead of having to run these things underground and stuff like that. Eventually we'll get to the underground stuff. This thing becomes a mess by the end of the third episode. I have fun with that. But we are coming up on the end of this, and I think I build this, like, off to the side. But yeah, that's gonna be all, and yeah. Have a nice night, everybody. I'll see you.